Welcome to Blind Inspiration Cast on video. I'm Colleen Connor, and I have a screen reader along with other assistive technologies to help me use my computer, because I am visually impaired. I use a Microsoft computer mostly due to the fact that it is more compatible with current assistive technologies, and I use a larger screen, a physically larger screen, which allows for better zoom views, and that utilizes my existing site that I still have. I'm creating this video to accompany the podcast that is linked in the description, which suggests some ways that programmers and website designers might make their work more accessible to people with visual impairments. Please check out the rest of my inspirational podcasts on blindinspirationcast.com. This video is not a tutorial. Instead, I'm going to walk you through some things that JAWS, or Job Application with Speech, can do, and that's a very popular screen reader. This will hopefully be helpful to my sighted listeners who may not have access to a screen reader, and this may help you understand how it interacts with your website. For my listeners who are not programmers, this will help you better understand what is possible with a screen reader. Let us begin!
Ease of access, enter. Leaving menus.
Always
Windows Explorer.
Search
content ... Always scan this section. Checkbox not checked. To check, press spacebar. Alt+O.
So I have gone to the Ease of Access Center in the Start menu of Windows. I am showing you this first, primarily because I said that I use other settings on my computer because I have some site left. This is the menu you would go to if you want to enlarge your text on your screen, if you want to change the color scheme. This is called High Contrast Black. As you can see, if you are a sighted person, you've got your white text, very bright colors on a black background. The higher the contrast, the easier it is for me to see. Also, you may have heard what sounds like a female voice saying always in this section. Windows actually now has a built-in narrator, but I have a screen reader which is going to be a little bit more thorough for you as far as if you are visually impaired or blind, you really want to get a screen reader, and that's going to be more in-depth. A lot of listeners will ask me, how do blind people use technology? And it is because not everything has to be in Braille. A lot of people don't even read Braille who are blind. So we have what they call screen readers. Now, you'll also hear my keyboard a lot. And that is because all of this is key commands. I'm literally using the arrow keys.
Always read this section aloud. Checkbox checked. To clear check mark, press spacebar. Start magnifier button. To activate, press spacebar. Start on dash screen keyboard button. To activate, press spacebar. Alt+K.
So, I'm using the arrow keys, or you can also use tab to get to a lot of these different buttons and links in this menu. And you'll hear JAWS is reading how to select this item, and also what's known as a shortcut key for something. So for instance, if you're in a document, a lot of people know Control-S is save. Well, there are a ton of shortcut keys for everything. You could learn them all and literally never use your mouse, even if you don't have a screen reader. So JAWS will actually tell you the shortcut keys because I have it set to a beginner level of someone using a screen reader.
Set up high contrast button. To activate, press spacebar. Alt+U.
To activate, press spacebar. Alt+U. So if I was in this menu and I hit Alt+U, that would take me to this area. So this is the Ease of Access Center. Should you want to change anything accessibility-wise about your computer, whether you're sighted or blind, do that. Whatever works for you best, do what's going to help you out. Now I'm going to hit the Windows key so I can go back to the Start menu. And in a screen reader, you really just search for things. I could go moment by moment or word by word in this entire list of what my menu items are, but there's a search bar right at the bottom that I'm already in. So I know that I want to go to the internet, and I use Internet Explorer. because that's compatible with JAWS. So I'm going to type in
R-N-E-R-N-E, Net, Internet Explorer, enter, leaving menus,
Came up
Windows
already.
Internet Explorer, new tab page, http://www.google.com/-windows Internet Explorer, Google, search region, search edit, insert F1 help, type in text.
So, it said a number of things as you load this page. It tells you basic layout, it tells you where you are, google.com, and you also heard a high-pitched pop noise. That's actually a noise for being inside of what they call a form field, which in this case is the space bar. If you're filling out a form, literally, there are things you have to fill out. So on a web page, they call it a form field. That's somewhere you're going to type something in. So, I am going to go up to the main address bar because I don't want to search in Google.
Alt D, edit, https://www.google.com/.
So now I'm in my bar.
Type in text, address and search using Google Edit, https://www.google.com/. Type in text, www.blindinspirationcast.com/. http://www.blindinspirationcast.com/. Enter.
That's where I want to go.
http://www.blindinspirationcast.com/.
This is the website for the podcast that you can subscribe to and that this video is related to.
Page has 12 headings and 158 links. Blind Inspiration Cast list of 5 items. Visited link or posts. Link inspirations. Link Doctor Who. Link about. Link subscribe. List end. Heading level 1 link Doctor Who S05E01 the 11th hour posted on the 16th of September in. Link Doctor Who. Link no comments. Link graphic promotional photo of Matt Smith as the Doctor and Amy Pond falling into the time vortex. Matt Smith debuts as the Doctor. Colleen and Cheryl Who.
So, you heard a number of things there. I have my JAWS set to speak fairly quickly. And also, I have what is a vocal software where, because of reasons, my JAWS has a British accent. Because I like it. There are different accents you can get for JAWS, and there are different speeds you can set it to. I have it speaking fairly quickly because I'm used to it. Some blind people can listen to it so fast that you are just like, wow, you're faster than sighted people at the computer. And then, of course, if you would need it, you can make JAWS as slow as you need to. That's the audio settings. JAWS has intense personalized settings. You can change the accent, you can change the language. JAWS comes in Spanish, Italian, German, English. And also, it changes the speed, the tone, the pitch, all of that, depending on what you would need auditorially. It'll help you out. When you go to a web page, JAWS is a screen reader. So it's going to read to you what's on the page. So it started reading the whole website. It told me I was at blindinspirationcast.com, that there were this many number of links, that there were this many number of headings, and then it started reading. List of links. This link, this link, this link, this link. Next thing, heading level 1. It's one of the Doctor Who podcasts I did. And then it started with the graphic, and it told you there was a graphic, which is a photograph or a picture on a web page, and the wonderful Cheryl Cordingley, who designed my website for me, put in alt text. So it's reading the alt text for that graphic. So it says it's a promotional photo of Matt Smith and Amy Pond in Doctor Who falling into a time vortex. And then it started reading the summary, which is what that podcast heading was about. So if I'm new to this webpage, I'm going to say, oh, there was a list of links at the front, and it was something about the website. It was like an about link or something. So I'm going to hit 0 on the number pad, which is known as the JAWS key or the insert key for JAWS, and then I'm going to hit F7.
JAWS, links list dialog, links list view. Doctor
That comes up
7 of 150.
with a links
To move
list.
use the arrow keys.
Now this is going to be a list of all of the links on this web page in order from top to bottom of the screen. This is how blind people are going to be quicker. I do not have to sit there and listen to the entire page. I can navigate to a link. This is also why, if you are programming your website, do not have your links labeled link or click here or http www.zx exclamation point. If you are making a link, make the words that you're linking to what your link is about. So, for instance, if we go to the top of the links list,
Inspirations. All posts.
it's called All Posts.
Inspirations. Doctor
Who.
About.
So we have, about. I'm going to go there. I hit enter.
Enter.
It's going to go to that link.
Link.
So I'm going to go to that section of the website.
About left double angle bracket blind
Then I'm going to use a shortcut key to find the text.
Page has one heading and 14
Instead of going by links, I want to go by text.
Blind Inspiration Cast is about living with a visual impairment / legal blindness and how to find inspiration. It discusses everything from technology to...
So it started reading the first paragraph of text I could find, and then I continue to use the down arrow to keep reading.
Society to TV / film to the host's acting and writing career. It focuses on providing awareness, skills, and inspiration to anyone who is listening. This podcast is created by friends Colleen Connor and Cheryl Cordingley.
So, it started reading the text. This is a screen reader. That's what it does. This is how visually impaired people are going to navigate a website. You can search for a list of links on a certain page, which should be labeled. Again, you've got your links.
Links list view. Colleen and Cheryl.
You can hit escape out of that menu. You can search for a list of headings.
Heading list dialog. Headings list view.
On the page.
About :1. 1 of 1. To move to items, use the arrow keys.
There's only one heading on this page, but you could search for, if you were on a news website and had a bunch of article titles, you could search by heading. You can escape out of there. You can search by form field, where on this page there are no form fields, but if you have a website where you need somebody to fill something out, put in their credit card information, anything like that, make sure your form fields are labeled. A form field, again, is something like a search box. Don't just have unlabeled 1, unlabeled 2, unlabeled 3, unlabeled 4. Because someone trying to fill that in has no clue what they're popping into to type in as far as a search field or anything like that. So if you label a form field first name, last name, they can go to a list of links, hit it, and then start typing in the form field. You can also search by buttons, paragraphs. JAWS can read by word, sentence, all that kind of thing. If you have alt-tagged your photographs, like I said, any kind of graphic on the page, just do a basic description of what they need to know about the picture, we can navigate just like anybody else. And that's your basic overview of what a screen reader does. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe to Blind Inspiration Cast podcasts on iTunes and send feedback to blindinspirationcast@gmail.com.